gear. You can get your shirts, everything. But our next guest, because it is convention season, and I hope that y'all are delegates or alternates in y'all states. Right now, we're delegates to Georgia, so that means I get to vote for her. We have Miss Courtney coming on, who is running for second vice chair. Are you ready for that?
Oh, so actually, I've already ran for second vice chair of Gwinnett County Republican Party.
Oh,
So I am already elected.
are you ready for that, girl? You done made me slap my hand down. I mean, my cough made my drink. Really? You want to get in that nightmare?
Yeah, we're gonna clean it up. But I also have politically savvy, or yeah, she is the first vice chair on the board.
Are you coming over here tomorrow?
I don't know. I have something to do tomorrow, but I'm hoping I'll be able to come by at some point.
Okay, because politically, Tiffany will
Yeah.
be she will be MCing tomorrow, so she's gonna be holding this down by herself. I'm kidding. I'm gonna help. So, what made you run for second vice chair of Gwinnett County?
Well, I guess I was inspired because, first of all, I'm a millennial.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever it came up that we were going to have, now we have a millennial president or vice president, it's kind of our time to kind of step in. I've talked to some people in the party who are leaders, and I think they're ready for it. They're ready for us to come in and, kind of um, learn from them and become more of participators.
No, don't learn from them. Just try your own thing and
Yeah.
ask, just like, because in the last 10 years, Gwinnett County went from strong red hole to it ain't even purple, it's blue now. So I can tell you where the shakeup. Call me afterwards, and I can tell you the nitty gritty what really happened down in there. But it is what it is. With the millennial and the younger Republicans that are now getting ready to take over Gwinnett County, GOP, do you feel like you could bring in more of the younger people in Gwinnett County so we can at least get it back to purple on the trend back to red?
Absolutely. I feel like maybe it's more appealing to the younger people if younger people are representing the organization. Sometimes we might feel uncomfortable going to somewhere where everybody's established and older than us. But I feel like it makes it a little more relatable. We can relate with the younger people. So
And with
definitely, I think it's going to attract some people, especially with Tiffany. I'm excited.
with Gwinnett County being one of the, if the not the biggest county in Georgia, that's a lot of different areas that y'all have to spread out and actually get the word out there. How are you expecting to do that, hitting the ground running?
So I want to incorporate a lot of what we do. I'm also with Turning Point Action. And we are really big on getting people involved.
Mm-hmm.
So I plan on going out to our local events and, meeting these people and telling them how they can be involved with the party and kind of welcoming them with open arms and giving them a confidence that they can go out and do the same things and they can lead people in their areas. So we need different people to lead their precincts and actually lead it and keep it going all year round so we could create these relationships.
With Gwinnett being pretty much center of Georgia, and we have a lot of different young Republicans spread out all over the states. Do you feel instead of going all the way to Tybee or to Savannah or Macon to bring it up into Gwinnett County area so you can get everyone in all over the states to when you have your meeting with the young Republicans, especially with turning point action. That means y'all gonna be having meetings and y'all gonna be having strategies. Do you feel like Gwinnett County is gonna be like the center focus of the millennials and the young Republicans to really hold a lot of power?
So I don't know if it is just Gwinnett County, but I know that younger Republicans are running all over. You know, we have Jaquan, for
Yes.
instance, he's running for assistant secretary.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really excited about that. I think he is perfect for that. Um, so yeah, I think it's just it's time for us to step up.
Now, I know you have Cooper Whitfield, who's a part of the Turning Point Action, and then he's what in Paulding County, somewhere over there.
Hall.
Wait a minute. He lives in Hall County. You in Gwinnett County. You got Jaquan that's right below me, one county down. Who do you have? Okay, now y'all need to strategize in every county. You got Hall County. You got Gwinnett County. You got somebody in Jackson County and Banks County.
Mm-hmm.
You got somebody in Forsyth, White County. Also, once you have somebody in White County, do you have somebody in Cobb County and Spalding? I'm trying to figure out how we can, and then Hartwell County. You got Hartwell County. You have all of these little counties that are all spread out around there. Do you have any millennials or Generation Zs that are actually in these groups so y'all can have like a hotline or email of all the young Republicans under the age of, I say 30? Because millennials like 30 and under. Have y'all thought about getting like an email spreadsheet of all of the names of the young Republicans and under?
So, well, we do have, I don't personally, but I know that the young Republicans, they're very active. They're actually going to be doing a Siny Die fundraiser this coming Tuesday night at
Okay.
the Battery. Um, So I know that there are young Republicans all over. You know, we just got to motivate them and give them the confidence to know that they can do it. You know, whenever I first started in the party in 2018, I remember I went to my first college Republicans meeting and it was really like, I mean, it's hard to get people active there. I went to kind of like a community college, Georgia Gwinnett College. It's a
Yes.
4 year, but still kind of commuter. So it was hard to get people involved. So whenever I went to my first meeting, they asked me to be the executive director. And I was like, I don't even think I'm qualified for that. And they were like, oh, you're great. You know, and they taught me how to do that kind of stuff, you know, and that's all we need to do is, you know, believe in somebody and be that person to give them advice, to talk to, and let them know that they can do it.
Is Sammy still the chairman?
No, our chairman is actually Justice um, Nawagi. I don't know how to say his name. I'm sorry,
Okay, y'all went
but
in there and really shook up Gwinnett County. y'all went in there and really shook up Gwinnett County. I am so interested on what y'all about to do because we've had a guard. I'm just going to say a guard in Gwinnett County for about a decade. The old guard, and I'm trying to figure out with so many new people. You got the chairman, the second, I mean, the first vice chair, second vice chair. You have new feet on the ground. What are some of the goals, y'all? You and Justice, his name Justice, right?
mhm.
And then Tiffany and yourself, since y'all like the core heads of it. What are some of the ambitions that y'all want to do in Gwinnett County with it being so big and a tint of red? I said a tint.
Mhm.
Y'all don't have much Republic. I'm sorry. Gwinnett County just fell off in the last 4 years. It is not my fault.
Uh-huh.
I just been paying attention.
No, I agree. I was more active back in 2018, I would go to more of the meetings. And then as time went on, I did some campaigns behind the scenes. I kind of fell off, but they really haven't been doing much. Um, they don't go to the Gwinnett County Fair anymore. They
Wow.
don't, yeah, they don't do anything like that. And that's what I want to bring back because we can't expect people to come to us. We need to go to them.
Right.
And that doesn't mean, like, for instance, what they used to do, their big fundraiser idea was actually to go to the Chamber of Commerce and have people sign up for membership. And we're not going to do things that way
Thank
with this
you.
new board.
Because I don't feel like you have to. I really don't feel like you have to. With so many diverse communities in Gwinnett County, you have pretty much every ethnic group have their own communities, from the Korean community, the Asian community, the black community, the white community. You got college kids, college campuses all over Gwinnett County. I'm kind of shocked that y'all no longer go to the Gwinnett Fair. So, what are some things? Because I know that the Republican Party is to get viable candidates elected into office. But in order to do that, you have to bring the community into the fold. What are some things that you want to do, being the new second vice chair? I mean, you said the county fair. What else can you actually get out there and do?
So basically, first you have to recruit the people. So you have to go to the fairs, you have to go to like any kind of festivals, if you can get into farm, wherever you can get into, basically, and get people who are interested to sign up and call them, follow up with them. It's all about following up.
Mm-hmm.
And then basically training them now instead of waiting till the election's just about to start and being like, all right, everybody to the doors, like people aren't comfortable with that. And we need to get started on it early and, make them pros by the time they are going out and doing things like that.
One thing I would love to see implemented inside of any GOP meetings. What is this? Because most people don't know what it is. And then, what is the Georgia GOP bylaws, guides, platform? No one in no Republican could tell me what the platform is in Georgia. Why don't we start with what the actual are teaching the members, and the members of the GOP inside of Georgia, what our actual policies is, what our actual platform is. So that's ground up what it means to be a Republican. And I can tell you, I don't think anybody's teaching this anymore.
Yes, that is. I'm so glad you said that because that is such a big thing that people need. Like I have some people who are newer and they'll ask me questions about, for instance, their district conventions. They just don't even understand, which is, there's nothing wrong with it at all. They don't understand the structure of the party. Um, so I would like to bring in more education. We need to
Mm-hmm.
educate people. So, instead of trying to gatekeep things, we need to be training people up. Like you're
Yes.
never in a position where you don't want to be training somebody to take over when you go somewhere else. You want to train people because you want the best for the GOP.
Now, with the conventions coming up, and I mean the state convention, the county convention has already passed. Have you thought
Mhm.
about the different districts, the county districts in there, and whoever came to the meetings, there should be a list or a walk list of strong Republicans, moderately I'm gonna vote Republicans, and then the ones that only vote once every 4 years, and you can actually get all of their tracking. Have you ever thought about taking the addresses or the names that are Republican strong, and then door knock, ask them to come to a meeting, send them flyers telling them when the next meeting that we hope to see you there. Just to revamp, this is a new GOP of Gwinnett County. You're in district such, such, such. Here's a postcard. These are the hours that and the location we have our meetings. We would love to see you there, just to get people that's out there in the community to know where the meeting is, what time the meeting, and that everybody is welcome to actually come.
Lucretia, thank you so much for saying that. Actually, so we have an app with Turning Point Action, and it'll pull up the 15 closest Republicans to your area. I'm telling people all the time, whenever you have an event, go in that area, text them, go to their house and invite them. So that is a way that I plan on working with the precinct chairs and training them how they can go out and meet people in their neighborhood. And it's all about building the relationships.
Yes.
So,
Especially if they getting something, telling them to a postcard or flyer, anything in their mailbox, and then a follow-up phone call. Yes, that was the Gwinnett County GOP. We have our monthly meetings this such time every month. We would like to see you there, and then have a community outreach. Okay, they're getting ready to tear down Gwinnett Place Mall, and that was like the best place that people can actually come together. Is there another focal point that just out of just have a cookout or a revamped cookout that's in the Gwinnett County area? So for the very first, you know, I guess grand reopening of the GOP of Gwinnett County, y'all actually just having either a fish fry or a cookout and inviting the actually community, and that's the commissioners, the tax people, you know, different people that's actually in the community in Gwinnett County, and just to see who's going to show, and then have a sign up list right there or something they could take home and actually read up about what Gwinnett County GOP wants to do. And that's a great place, and they need volunteers. People normally sign up just like that.
yeah, I love that. And actually, Gwinnett County, I've been working with Turning Point Action, so I'll have to like rent out different places. And Gwinnett County is one of the best. We have so many parks and opportunities for that. So I would like to do out of the box things like that. We don't have a headquarters right now. So in the meantime, I would like to go a little more out of the box with things like that and kind of make it a little more social.
Okay, is there a wait, Golden Corral anywhere nearby?
Uh, I'm sure there's one in Gwinnett, but the few I can think of have been changed to something else since COVID.
I would find the closest buffet with a closed area and just see if you can rent that out for the very first kickoff meeting, and start. People love to eat and talk at the same time. I don't know what it is about our meetings, but people love to come and eat and hear what we got to say afterwards. I would find something that's close to 85 that is a buffet or a rent area, so you can rent a room out, and I will revamp it from there. I know too much
Yeah.
about Gwinnett County GOP. That's kind of sad. But you can do it. Yeah, I have so much faith in Gwinnett County GOP and getting it back to at least an even keel, not just straight blue and the Democrats who has decided to come and take over, but because Republican Party is the thing. I'm thinking, hold up, wait, Lake Lanier Island, anywhere in Beaufort area, because Beaufort is still a part of Gwinnett County. So I would say even Suwanee area. There's a place. It don't have to be near. Stop it, Cretia. I don't know why I'm throwing out you hints, but I am. It don't need to be near Gwinnett Place Mall. You can find another exit to get off of. But I would say Jimmy Carter Boulevard got a couple of places that you can actually rent for cheap on the low. So I would stay, I would stay close to 85, close to restaurants, and find a place that would actually rent you out a room that would hold maybe like 60 to 70 people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think.
That's
Dave, do you know any place
yeah.
over there in Gwinnett?
Trying to think off the top of my head.
Yeah. Yeah, you can do it. Y'all can do it. You're going to be able to find a place. There's many places in Gwinnett County that will probably rent you out a venue. And even if you got to take it to a church, take it to a church. Any place that y'all can get four walls, a banner, sign-in sheets, and then a flag, you good to go.
Yeah, and I think that we're off to a great start. You know, some people on the previous board haven't really been participating in the transition,
Look at my
which
face.
is
Look at my face. Just look at my face. Do
And
it by
it's kind of
yourself.
crazy because the one that won't help us transition is actually running for a district and a state GOP position. So
Call me afterwards. I'll tell you if they're going to win or not. But no, you ain't got to worry about the old guard. The old guard is going to be the ones that tell y'all you're not going to be able to do it. You're not going to be able to do it. These fresh ideas ain't going to work. You know what? Since they're not there anymore, it's y'all guard now. And y'all guard is not only a guard that can get boots on the ground, but y'all not scared to knock on doors. You're not scared to get out there and talk to people, and you want to see a reset of the actual party. So if you got that type of pool, and you got Cooper with you, and you got yourself, get Charlie back down here.
I know, right?
I'm telling you, that's your fundraiser right there. That's Charlie Kirk would be your fundraiser, and this is because he has so many people that are part of his organization that in some type of leadership position inside of the Georgia GOP. That's his bread and butter. That's the only reason why he got started is to get out here and flip the tables, and that's exactly what he's doing, flipping the tables. So how do you get a draw? How do you get fundraising? You get Charlie to come back down here. There go your millennials. There go your Generation Z. There's even them Gen Xers, and the older crowd, just to hear him speak. And that is when you're going to have it out there, donating bucket, and you're going to have the sign-up sheet for people to actually join the party. And they're only going to join the party if they have something to do. If people don't have anything to do, they will soon lose hope and lose any type of, aspiration to get involved. Give these people a job to do, and I guarantee you're going to build the party back stronger. You're going to get new, fresh faces, and it won't be so much internal infighting. I need to shut up about Gwinnett County. But yeah, that's what you need to do. I'm just throwing it out there.
Well, I'm really excited. We are really open to bringing all types of people together. Sometimes in the Republican Party, you have your factions. And before they kind of fell into that, where they wouldn't share certain events and meetings going on, and we kind of look at it differently with the new board, that we want everybody, if somebody wants to, maybe I don't want to go to this meeting, but maybe somebody does, and maybe that'll attract them to their kind of people. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because in Gwinnett County, we have so many factions right now, just within party politics. So it stays interesting.
You ain't got to tell me. Trust me, I know. Is Ed still there? Okay, never mind. But other than that, you got it. Y'all got it. Don't worry about the factions. Number one, they're not going to like you because you're young. I'm just throwing it out there. They're not going to respect you because you don't have enough time in the party. You just got here. You need to wait your turn. You ain't even got gray hair to be telling us what to do and how to do it. Don't even worry about the factions. That's the reason why the party destroyed itself from within. Trust me, call me. I'll tell you some dirty secrets. That's the reason. Egos tore that party up. Egos of who was going to have the last word and the first word. That's exactly what happened. And then when new faces decided to come in there, they shut those new voices down. So I don't see that happening anytime soon. I don't see it happening with Tiffany. I don't see it happening with you, Courtney. And I don't know Justin, so I'm gonna have to meet him to feel him out. But I feel like you can really get Gwinnett County fresh blood, youthful blood, tenacity, faithfulness, and you are the new voice, and y'all are the new voice of the GOP. And I keep saying, if we don't have young people in the party will die. And it seems like the younger people know a lot more about what's going on. Y'all are fighting more for y'all future, because the ones that are sitting down in the old guard are the ones that destroyed everything to begin with, like it or not. So now it's time for the cleanup crew to come in and actually get it back on track. And that's going to be the millennials on down. Gen Xers, we already in leadership position. We kicking the other ones to the curb. We done had enough of them. So now We just want to make sure that y'all are trained right. So, because my oldest grandson is 14, my youngest granddaughter is 3, you're going to be that leader that talks to them to make sure that they have a legacy and they continue to know what the Constitution is, the Georgia Constitution is, the Bill of Rights, and what America stands for. And that is what your age group is here to do, is step in, because you got to remember, the signers of the Declaration of Independence was in their 30s and in their 20s. So if we had our founding fathers way back then in the 1700s stand up in the guard of everything else, I am so proud of the millennials and the Generation Z and Alphas standing back up in the forefront to help get our nation back. So I just want to say thank you so much, Courtney, for even trying to take on Gwinnett County. You took on Gwinnett County. Girl, call me. Call me when you have a headache. Me and you will talk. Whatever you say to me, it stays with me. Okay? Okay.
All right. I appreciate that.
Dave said we have 2 minutes left, so go ahead. I'm going to let you close this out.
All right. Well, just thank you so much for having me on. I'm looking forward to starting with the Gwinnett GOP and really growing it into something new and something that we can be proud of.
Thank you so much, Courtney. So I hope you can make it tomorrow. I really do. I really would love to have you here. But if not, you enjoy your weekend and just keep us in your prayers. So everybody, this is the end of the first hour of the show. Y'all stay tuned. We'll be right back. Thank you, Courtney.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Go ahead, Dave. Are you a voting member of the NRA? My name is Lucretia Hughes NRA. I will never compromise my beliefs in God, family, our country, and my Second Amendment. I am running for the board of directors of the NRA, and I would appreciate your vote.